Imagine this. You find out a nuclear bomb is going to explode in your city in exactly 10 minutes. What can you do besides waiting for the end? As we all know, nukes are the most powerful weapons humans have ever created. For international disputes, there's nothing a nuke can't solve. And if there is, just use two. A certain island nation probably has a deep understanding of this. Speaking of two nukes, we have to mention a legendary man, Yamaguchi Tsutomu. In human history, there have only been 2 nuclear attacks in combat, and Yamaguchi was there for both of them. August 6, 1945, Yamaguchi, a draftsman for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, finished his business trip in Hiroshima and was heading to the station. Suddenly, he saw a flash of light in the sky. Boom, he just took his first atomic bomb. The next day, he took a government evacuation train back to Nagasaki. And on August the 9th, he went to the office and reported his experience to his boss. His boss obviously didn't believe him. A single bomb with that much power? You are joking. But just as the words left his boss's mouth, Yamaguchi looked out the window and saw that familiar light again. Same formula, same taste. That's right. He took another one. The explosion was only 3 kilometers away. Even though he was double-dipped in nuclear fire, he survived with 0 external injuries and lived to be 94 years old. How do you describe him? You say he's lucky, but he got hit by 2 nukes. You say he's unlucky, but he survived 2 nukes. Back to the question, if a nuke is 10 minutes away. First, it depends on where you are. If you're in a remote area, don't worry. The gas money to get to the city is probably more expensive than the bomb itself. As long as it is not a rural nuke, you are fine. But if you're in a major city, it is a different story. If you are perfectly unlucky and you're standing directly at ground zero, well, it's hopeless. Surviving that is like Johnny Depp proposing to me. There's a tiny bit of difficulty involved. With 10 minutes left, besides breathing for 600 seconds, there's not much to do. Maybe close the door. Do something interesting alone. Watch the scenery for the last 8 minutes, and become a zero-distance mushroom cloud observer. Don't worry, there's no pain. The thermal radiation will heat the air to over 3,000 degrees instantly. The shockwave hits, snap, just like that. You'll be vaporized before your brain even realizes you're gone. However, if you're a certain distance away, things change. Nukes kill in 4 ways: flash radiation, shockwaves, penetrating radiation, and nuclear fallout. The power of the shockwave drops off following the inverse square law and eventually the inverse cube law as it travels. This means every extra kilometer of distance exponentially increases your chance of survival. For a standard 5000 kiloton warhead, the fireball covers about 3 square kilometers, but the direct destruction radius is about 6 kilometers. If you're more than 6 kilometers away, you can still be saved. The most effective way? Get to a fallout shelter or any civil defense facility. Do not stay on the surface. If you're just standing there, the overpressure will hit you at the speed of sound, followed by a negative pressure in the opposite direction. It will tear your body back and forth and might even squeeze your organs right out of your mouth. Even if you survive the shockwave, gamma rays, and high-speed neutrons will shoot into your cells, bouncing around, filling your nucleus, and snapping your DNA chains. Inside a shelter, reinforced concrete will block the shockwave and most initial radiation. If you don't know where the public shelter is, go to your apartment's underground garage. Most modern buildings are required to have civil defense engineering. They protect against blasts, radiation, and gas. A lot of car owners keep bottled water and food in their trunks. Some might even have hard currency, like whiskey. With these supplies, you can hold out for a while, but before you head down, remember to bring your pets. Cats and dogs are lives too. They can't survive without us. It would be too tragic. After you survive the initial blast, you have to worry about the fallout. Usually, after 3 to 4 weeks, the natural radiation in the air will drop to non-lethal levels. Then, you can start coming out to scavenge. But the risk is still there. The smartest move is to stay put and wait for rescue. Inhaling nuclear dust too early is a great way to end up like Uchi Hisashi. In a post-nuclear world, social order might temporarily disappear. So, preparing a weapon for self-defense is necessary. A legal weapon can help a lot of people calm down. I mean, as a car mechanic, it's perfectly reasonable for me to have a wrench on me, right?